Hello, and welcome to this video demo of Penciler, a tool that helps quickly assess the feasibility of affordable housing development on a site. Penciler allows city officials and real estate professionals to take a potential development site, add information about zoning, building requirements, and financing, and get a sense of the feasibility of the project within minutes. Let's pretend we're looking at a site in San Francisco. We'll go ahead and log in to get started. Upon logging in, we can see the projects we've already worked on. But we're interested in a new site today, so let's start a new project. The first step is to search for the site by its address or parcel ID. When we find a matching parcel, we can see its zoning type and height limit, along with the actual footprint of the parcel on the map. Let's go ahead and start a new project with this parcel. Now that we've started a project, we can test out as many building options or iterations for this site as we want. The first step is to add a new building iteration. To add a building, we have to specify the zoning requirements for the site, as well as the building program, or the kind of building we would want to build. We have San Francisco zoning options pre-filled, and we can select the zone that matches our site. On the right side, we've also created a building program for a previous project that we can apply here. Our options are now filled in, but we can change them as needed. We can also save our changes as new zoning or program profiles for later use. Once we're happy with the settings here, we can go ahead and generate a new building. And now we can see in the table that we have new building results. Using all the zoning and program requirements we provided, Penciler has generated a building with the largest number of units possible. In this case, it's a 5-story building with 24 studio units and 12 one-bedroom units. So now that we know we can build that many units on this site, let's determine how financially feasible it would be. First, we'll enter some simple development costs. Here we'll enter our best development cost per unit figure. And as you can see below, there are several options for premiums based on various factors, and we can add our own. So let's add a 1% additional cost for San Francisco's public art requirement for affordable housing. And now we can see our total development cost for this project on the right. Let's proceed to the final step now and complete our financial analysis for this project. To get a better sense of the financial feasibility of this project, we'll need to specify some information about operating costs and sources of funding. I'll go ahead and add some reasonable assumptions here. We'll need to add the expected rent for each unit type. You can see that the relevant unit types and counts have already been filled in here, but we can further split out unit types into different categories based on income if necessary. Finally, we'll fill in some information about sources of funds. Let's assume that our first mortgage is based on a debt coverage ratio of 1.15. Add other sources of debt too. And now we'll enter our equity sources of funds. Let's assume that we will be able to use 9% tax credits to generate equity for this project. And finally, we'll also assume that we have $2 million on hand for additional equity. And now we can see the gap of funding that needs to be filled between the total development costs and the funds that we have available. This allows city officials to understand how much subsidy is necessary to fill the gap. Lastly, in the Summary tab, we can view results of all 3 steps in one place. That concludes our demo of Penciler. I hope this demo has given you a good sense of how Penciler can help rapidly identify good potential sites for affordable housing development. This project is under active development, and you can find out more at UrbanSim.com. Thanks for watching.